Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 175 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 175 is the Narcissist Done With You? Now, there are a number of things we've talked about before on the N.A.R.C.N Network that would definitely indicate when a narcissist might actually be completely done with you. If you're in a situation where this narcissist has not been attached to you in the way of being a spouse or something of this nature, and you definitely don't have children with this narcissist, and you've taken the initiative to block them on social media, to block them on your phone, to block all communication from them that they can get to you, there may be an instance here where the narcissist is indeed actually done with you. Also, if the narcissist actually deems you to be too difficult a person to actually deal with, let's say you don't give in to their narcissistic whims and you just are not easy to control, you're not an easy person to manipulate, and this person and this narcissist just finds it too difficult to deal with you, they may indeed also be completely done with you at that time. If they don't see a necessity, or they don't see you as a high-value target, they're probably going to leave you alone. If they can't get out of you what they want to get out of you, they're not going to try to go after you again. They're not going to try to hoover you. They're not going to try to put you in a situation where you're going to have to deal with them again. They're probably just going to leave you completely alone, and this may even be a permanent thing. But very often, as we know from studying narcissism and from studying narcissists, very seldom is the narcissist ever permanently done with you unless they just have no means of contacting you or re-involving themselves with you at all. When you go through discard with a narcissist, very often that discard is one that is just a nature of control for that narcissist. That narcissist is putting you in a discard phase because they're focusing their energy on other individuals. They've got other appliances that they're putting their time into. They're grooming these appliances, or they're just involved with these appliances in a way, and they put you into a discard phase because they're just busy with these other individuals. They've got other stuff going on, and as we talked about on the N.A.R.C.N Network before, very seldom does a narcissist ever have only one appliance that they're involved with, or one other person that they're involved with. The narcissist has to be occupied 24/7. They need attention constantly. They need fuel constantly. So they will seek multiple individuals in order to get this fuel from. This is the way that they actually work. This is the way most narcissists work, without exception, pretty much. So they will be dealing with other people. When they discard you and they're not dealing with you, this is what they're doing. They're occupied with other individuals, or you have become too difficult to deal with, or it's simply that time where they have to put you into a discard phase because their minds fear that, you know, stuff is going to go poorly with you, or they fear that there isn't the connection that they felt initially at the beginning, because initially narcissists do feel some sort of love, but it's not the type of love that normal people experience. It's more like a love of, that's a shiny new car that you bought that you love, or something else that you particularly like, a beautiful suit in your wardrobe that you adore wearing. It's that type of particular love. So because the narcissist lives with a lot of different weird, strange details that they deal with in their brains that normal people don't actually necessarily deal with, and we've talked about this on previous N.A.R.C.N episodes. You can actually look up how the narcissist mind works on my channel and get some insight as to what I'm talking about here. But because the narcissist mind is a very cyclic one, and it can be very hot and cold, and they put you into a phase where they love bomb you, and you're the golden person to them, and then quickly they work you out into a phase where they're indifferent with you, and they put you through a devaluation phase, and then they put you through this discard phase that we're talking about now, where they're not actually dealing with you. because perhaps you've done something and they feel like they're losing control of you, or they've lost control of you. You're not giving in to their whims, you're not doing what they want, and suddenly now you're in this phase where they're not dealing with you. But this phase where they're not dealing with you, a great majority of the time is a temporary one. At some point when that narcissist needs fuel again, if you are a great source of fuel and a great source of attention, that narcissist is going to come back and deal with you again. They're especially going to come back and deal with you again if they don't see you as a threat. If this narcissist envisions you as being a high fuel target to them, very useful, they can get things out of you, they can get, extra sources out of you, extra benefits out of you, they can get good attention out of you, they're going to come back and try to love bomb you, or hoover you again into their fuel matrix and try to get attention out of you that they seek so much in their lives. So whether or not they put you in a devaluation phase and whether or not they're done with you, often they are not. In fact, majority of the time, more than likely, they're not done with you. They're done with you until you come back into their sights again, and until they see some benefits they can get out of you, or they see attention that they need out of you, and at that time, they will seek to get that attention out of you again. They will put you in a phase where they will try to draw you back into their fuel matrix, draw you back into their entourage of appliances that they have, and you will again become a person of value to them. You may even again become a primary source of attention to them, or perhaps even an intimate partner primary source of attention to them again, if they do not have a lot of other attention or other things or other people that they're involved with in their lives. So is that narcissist done with you permanently? Again, the science of narcissism would say probably not. If they see you as some sort of value to them, they will come back and try to get you back into their fuel matrix and back into their entourage of people again if they see value in you. But as we said earlier in here, there are some exceptions to this. If you are too difficult to deal with, they generally don't do this. If they don't see that they can get you back in, let's say this narcissist has an interest in you because not only do they get attention out of you, but you have a good intimate sex life with them, and they enjoy that in some particular capacity. If they know that they can engage in these behaviors with you again because you're open to that, they will definitely try to get you back in because they will have enjoyed their time with you in that way, and they will seek fuel from you in that manner. If they don't think they can get you back in that particular way, they're not going to try to. They're not going to try to love bomb you. They're not going to try to get you back as an intimate partner primary source or an IPPS as we know it, because they're going to feel that they're not going to be able to get that attention off you again, so they're going to stay away from that. They're not going to try to do that. They're not going to try to suck you back in that particular way because they feel that they're not going to be able to do that. And if they do, they may keep the attention that they give you very limited. They may keep the attention that they put, or in the time that they put into you, very, very limited. This includes communicating with you on a very limited level. But they will try to communicate with you enough to keep you connected to them in order to see if at another time you may be open to those things going on, or you may be open to giving them attention of any other nature. It's very, very complex, the things that dictate whether or not a narcissist is actually done with you permanently or not. But a large majority of the time we can say that the narcissist often is not done with you in any permanence until such a time that you can actually get them out of your life permanently if you wish to do so. So is the narcissist done with you? Most of the time they're not. This is something we can scientifically say about narcissists and about narcissism. Most of the time those narcissists are indeed not actually done with you, even though you may be in a devaluation period, even though you may be in a disengaging period or a discard period with them. So these are just one or two of the points about whether or not you are actually being permanently discarded by the narcissist or not. Of course, this being said, if the narcissists themselves is not contacting you, excuse me, at all anymore. You're not hearing from them. They're not trying to hoover you. They're not sending you messages. They're not calling you. And you have gone some period of time with this narcissist, even if it's like a year or more, 5 years or something of this nature. You may indeed have been permanently discarded by the narcissist, and they do not want to have anything to do with you because you were just not a high enough value target. You weren't useful enough to them. You didn't provide them with the right fuel, or you were perhaps just too difficult and too wise to the narcissist, and they do not want to deal with you anymore. And that would be one instance where the narcissist has probably discarded you permanently, and this is why you're not seeing them come back. So this is just some of the points I wanted to talk about here in episode 175. I'm going to say to you guys, please stay tuned. I've got lots of content coming up on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel and also on the N.A.R.C.N network. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you again very soon with some other videos.